And now it's time for some things in the news that caught my eye, and we've been following a story that's been developing over the last couple of weeks about how most of the major voice assistants were using third-party contractors to validate the quality of the recordings. In other words, your Google Home or your Siri device would be recording your request and then taking that recording and sending it to another company to review what happened with that transaction of data. And that means that those third-party contractors could listen in. And one of the contractors for Google leaked a bunch of recordings to the press, and they were able to go out and find the people that made the recordings. And some of those recordings were inadvertent. They shouldn't have happened, but the Google Home in this case thought it heard the trigger word and started recording the ambient sound. Now we're hearing a bit more about the extent of what the Apple contractors were doing. In Ireland, a contractor was listening to 1,000 Siri recordings per shift, and I think this is per worker per shift, if that gives you an idea of the scale here. Now, everyone that worked at that Ireland contractor is now out of work because Apple, after this news broke, decided to terminate the program. But the damage, of course, is done, and I think there's probably a lot of recordings that are sitting around out there, and now we've got a lot of disgruntled employees that might want to start sharing more information with people like the folks did with those Google recordings a little bit earlier. So who knows where this is going, but read the fine print on your terms of service, because there's very broad language in these things that allows these companies to do pretty much anything they want with the recordings that are made from these devices. This bad press didn't change the privacy policy, folks. It's just basically going away for a little while until they can figure out a better way to do it. But nonetheless, these always listening devices are reporting home, and who knows who's going to hear what's going on in your house.
This channel is brought to you by the Lon.TV supporters, including gold level supporters, the Four Guys with Quarters podcast, Chris Allegretta, Tom Albrecht, Mike Talbert, Brian Parker, and Kalyan Kumar. If you want to help the channel, you can by contributing as little as $1 a month. Head over to Lon.TV/support to learn more. And don't forget to subscribe. Visit Lon.TV/S.